So there's no trust, and it's because marketers like us have been bombarding people with rubbish and lies, really. And because a local business person, you probably haven't been doing too much of that. You're straightforward and honest. Trouble is, you just get covered, and everything that other people are doing, people attribute to you. They think you're the same, and it's really hard to get around that. And it's such a shame because your message is so helpful to people, and what you're offering them is helpful, and yet you can't get round this lack of trust because of all the marketing messages that just come out and hit people that aren't necessarily truthful from everyone else. So that's the first thing. That's what's really hard to get traffic. The first reason why it's really hard to get traffic. And the second one is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but search engines like Google and social sites, there's all of Facebook, they're all stealing your content to get traffic to come into them. They're very, very reluctant nowadays to send that traffic onto you. And they're getting that contact from your content that you're putting out there. And that's why I call it theft, because really they're stealing from you. And that would be okay if they were paying you back by sending you traffic your way, but they're doing less and less of that. So that's the same thing. So we've got no trust, and we've got search engines and social sites stealing your content. And the third problem, of course, is ad blindness, and it's because there's just so many ads out there. So even if you pay for traffic, if you pay for ads, wherever you put them, whether it's online or offline, it doesn't really matter. People see so many ads, and the stat is ridiculous, like thousands every day, thousands and thousands of ads hitting people, and they just get blind to it. So that's the three causes of your problem of not getting enough traffic and not getting enough leads. No trust, stolen content, and ad blindness. What can you do about it? Well, there is a solution, because reviews mean people start to trust you. When they read reviews about you, they start to trust you. And you could say, why don't I just use referrals? And of course you can. Referrals are probably individually an even better source of trust. However, you don't have much control over referrals. And once you can't see them, you can't, if you want to sell your business, you can't point to them. And of course, you don't know really that they're happening. They're great when they do happen, probably the best, but you don't know much about them. So referrals are great, but reviews, online reviews, are just a fantastic way to increase trust, because people see other people's reviews of you. The good ones, obviously. The 1-star review isn't very helpful for building trust, but the 4 and the 5-star reviews online, they're great. People see them, they start trusting you. And that has all sorts of knock-on effects when they actually come to them, because they've already started to trust you a little bit. We'll get more into that later on. And reviews, of course, mean traffic. So when someone sees them, it's quite likely if they sit on Google, for example, on your Google Maps page, they might actually call you up or click on and go to your website. And if you take those reviews and you remarket them and you put them in other places, then people will see them in more places. So if they see reviews on your website and you put a call to action on the review, then people will follow that call, will take that call to action. And if you put them, say, on your Facebook page, and you put your phone number on the review, people will start calling you up from that phone number. So if you take these reviews, well, first of all, the more reviews you get from the platform you're on, the platform the review is on, the more traffic you'll get from that platform. And I'll come on to this in a bit, but Google is the best platform to put them on from that perspective. Of course, what you're going to find is that if you take those reviews and remarket them, and I'll show you how to do that as well. I'll give you a complete action guide how to do this. If you remarket those reviews, then wherever you put them, you're more likely to get traffic from those reviews, get leads from them. And of course, as I said earlier, because people are starting to trust you a little bit, those leads are more likely to turn into conversions and revenue and profit, which is what we all want, isn't it? So the strategy follow, you can come up with your own strategy. There are different ones, but I would say this is the one for local businesses. Get reviews fast on Google, whatever. Google, that's the one, to increase traffic and make it easier to convert leads to sales. When you've done that, just have to, and this is not always easy, as you might well have found out, train and follow up with your staff and your reputation strategy. For some reason, people don't like asking for reviews. And there are ways, and I'll touch on those in a minute, there are ways you can semi-automate and make it easier for your people, make it so that they don't have to ask everyone directly for a review. But you're the business owner, they work for you, and there's no getting away from it. The more that you train and follow up with your staff, the more they'll ask for reviews, the more you'll get. I would suggest, and this is what I was saying, you develop mobile apps and website surveys and feedback forms to drive the new reviews, so that instead of having to ask everyone face to face, which is always a good thing to do, you can instead ask them to log into your app. It works great if you're providing a service for them for a little while, get them to log in, tell them that you'll follow up with them, you'll let them know when the service is finished, and so they don't have to wait around and they know exactly when everything is done. The more you do this, the more likely people are to review you, because you can ask them for reviews. In fact, you can do much more than that. You can ask them for feedback. If the feedback is bad, obviously you're not going to send them to a review site. What you're going to do is try and fix the problem first and then send them to a review site. Because if people have a bad experience with you, but you want it really quickly and fix that bad experience, then they turn into raving fans and they'll leave you great reviews. So this idea, before you send them to a review site, is a great way of understanding where you're going wrong and fixing things. Then of course you send them directly, I would suggest you directly to your Google page so that they can just go there and leave you a review. Perfect. I really suggest that you don't leave people hanging. If they give you a review, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter, get on there and respond. Oh, I've got somewhere a guide to you if you ask for it, that explains how to deal with bad reviews. But actually, there's plenty of advice on all about that. But the most important thing is respond quickly and try and take them offline and fix the problem. And as I said, if you fix a problem, they're likely to turn into raving fans and rewrite their review and make it glowing. First step is to look for your reviews, and there's about 40 routine. So it's a pain in the butt doing it all by hand, but you need to get on top of this. Find out where the reviews are coming in and respond to them. So I would preferentially get people to leave reviews for you on your Google page, because it will boost your rankings. This is if you're a local business. It will boost your rankings in the map pack. So you'll appear in those important, crucial first 3 rankings in the map. And you'll get traffic from that. You'll get bucket loads of traffic for it. And about a third of the algorithm that determines who goes in there is based on the reviews and the sentiment, not just the number, but the sentiment of the reviews that people leave you. So that's why it's using, for local businesses, focusing on the Google business page and not Yelp or anywhere else. I mean, if you get reviews on there, it's great, but the Google page will increase your traffic. And in one of the case studies that I have that you can watch, you can look at, it'll show you what a huge difference this made to one local business. And then the second thing is, it's great to have reviews on Google, but what about everywhere else you have a presence, on Facebook and your website? You don't want to leave the reviews in one place. You want to remarket them. You want to take them, turn them into a different form and syndicate them everywhere. Because the more people see them, and not everyone is going to see them on Google, the more people see them, the more trust, the more often they see them, the more trust it's going to build up. And the easier it's going to be to make sales. So I'm going to move away from the action guide for a minute. I will come back to it in this video, but if you want the whole thing written down so you can follow it, look down below in the description and you'll see a link. Follow that link, it will take you to a page with the action guide and some other goodies. Just benefits that you'll get from following this strategy. You will get more conversions from leads to customers because the trust in you is increasing. The average order value will go up because, well, there's more trust, so you'll be able to ask for more money and you'll be able to offer and get people to buy more add-on services. The average order value will go up. For local businesses especially, your ranking in them on the maps, and the map page will increase, and that will lead to tons more leads. It'll attract more leads from everywhere where you post reviews. So I'm saying don't just leave the reviews where they get posted. Take copies of them. And I'm going to mention that in the action guide when we get back to it, how you do that on the different platforms. So we're going to take copies of your reviews, the good ones, the 4 and the 5-star ones. We're going to post them all over. We're going to syndicate them so people get more chances to see them. You'll always have some haters out there. There's nothing you can do about that. Sometimes they might be right, in which case, please, I would recommend try and fix the problem quickly. You won't always be able to fix the problem. In fact, some jealous at all of your positive reviews and your success, who just leave you fraudulent bad reviews. It's really hard to take them down, almost impossible, but you can drown them out with the weight, with the preponderance, with a huge number, tremendous number of great 4 and 5-star reviews. And all of this builds trust in you, your business and your offers. Now, if you go to that link that's in the description down there, go to visit the page. I've got an ebook, a guide to earning a 5-star reputation online. You can get that, it's free, and I'm quite happy to give you that. I'm quite happy if you share that. In fact, I'd be more than happy. I'd love it with everyone that you know who you think could do with boosting their reputation. Now, can't promise this is still going to be there. You might have missed out already. When I made this video, I was beta testing my 60-second review commercial, where I take one of your reviews, I add a call to action on the end, I add some sales patter on the beginning that comes from you. Okay, so it's your review, but it's your sales patter that we put in there, and we put in your call to action to your best offer of the moment, and we produce that, we top and tail it, we stick it into one 60-second review commercial. And because I'm beta testing this system at the moment, at the time of recording this, and I can't promise if it's still there, if you go to that link, follow the link to my page, you might find there's still a free 60-second. And because it's beta, so one of the reasons I'm doing it is because I want to test the system out, but I also need to get some more people in to test it out some more. So all I'm going to ask, it's free, you don't pay me anything, I ask you for 2 or 3 referrals to other people that you know in business, but this will work for anyone. So people that you know in business who you think will benefit from having their own 60-second review commercial. And as to where you use it, the license I give you, it's irrevocable. You can use it forever. You can put it anywhere you want. You can actually use it in paid ad, YouTube or Facebook. Should work. There's nothing in there, I don't think. Well, depends what you're advertising. So you have to determine if it fits with their policies. I think you'll have a hard time advertising, say, CBD oil with one of these on YouTube. On Facebook for sure, and possibly on YouTube. But certainly you can use this ad where on any platform that will let you. You can certainly put it on your own site, so you can attract visitors on your site to your offer with it. I'm going to ask you 2 or 3 referrals, but it's not going to cost you anything. Guide. You get a review, any 4 or 5-star review, take the text of it and paste it into every page of your website daily. And if you can, I'm going to show you a page in a minute where on this page you'll see the reviews that are coming up in the bottom left-hand corner. Let's just flick to that. Let's see what we can do. So here it is. Look, here's the review in the left-hand corner. I'm waving my mouse on it, and it's there. But in a moment, it's going to fade away. And another one in a few seconds will come back in, which draws the eye to it. And on this review, we click more, which, okay, so that one's gone deliberately. Another one's going to pop up in a minute. There you are, draws the eye to it. Let's click on more there. And what we see is the whole of the review, who it's from, where it was put, and the best thing of all is this call to action down here. So the way I'd like people to get in touch with me on this page, and it can change depending on the page it's on. It can be different for you. It can be a phone. And if it's on mobile, it can be a click to call. So that's pretty good. And people can just click and they'll get taken, in this case, over to my to book a call with me, and I'll answer any questions that you have if you follow that. Let's get back to the presentation. Right, so you've seen that, and that's where you take the text and you float it onto pages. If you can't do that, if you can't find, and I have a solution for that. But if you don't want that, or if you can't find your own, you can't do it for yourself, just paste the text. Every good review you get, paste the text onto your website. Next thing to do is to create eye-catching review images. So you take a review and you paste it into a picture with 5 stars on it, and you have a nice tasty background that catches the eye, and you syndicate them. You post them on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Every good review you do, the more you do that, the more people will see them. The reason why you put them into images is because images work better on Facebook, to some extent on LinkedIn, but certainly on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I mentioned a 60-second review commercial, which, when I recorded this, you could get one of your own for the huge price of 2 or 3 referrals, and no dollars at all. You can do this for yourself. You can get free video software that allows you to do this. Again, you can take the text, you can find an image, you can paste that in, you can put in your sales patter before the video at the end. You can do all of that yourself. It'll take you a little while. To do this, I got people on Fiverr to do this. There are 5 segments in these videos I produce for you. And I was paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars because it was taking about 6 to 7 hours to produce one review commercial by hand. And even if you go on Fiverr, that's ridiculously expensive to do each one. But still, they're so good, I'd encourage you to get it done. And another advanced tip here, another advanced tip, is to optimize the video title and descriptions, because people, especially on YouTube is the second biggest volume search engine in the world, and people do search for videos. So optimize the title and description so people can find your video commercial. But it's good to have the video commercial anyway. And a third advanced tip here: post a video on YouTube. I already mentioned this. I'm jumping ahead, so the world can find you. Okay. If I'm still beta testing review commercials, there's a link down there in the description where you can go and get your own free or free. I really would like 3 referrals from you of people you think will benefit from it. But even if that offer's gone and you've missed out, there's still going to be this guide, as you can see here, the guide to earning a 5-star reputation, which is also going to be there. And who knows, there might be some other goodies for you. If I've taken the 60-second review commercial down. And the other thing I'll ask you about that review commercial is, when you've seen it, when you've seen yours, I'm going to ask you think it'd be worth, because I think it's worth several $100s, somewhere between $600 and $700 is the price I think that you'll pay for that. But as I say, for you, it could be free, but you have to hurry. And next up, it's going to be another video that follows on from about how you get more traffic in a different way, or I might have changed it. I don't know. But there's going to be an end screen that will take you to it and explain what it's about. Of course, you might want to go and check out that link at the bottom.